it is. There. Oh, look at the strobe light. Ooh, getting fancy over there. Mike, I can see you in the background going.
Oh yeah,
with the pages loading. Because I see. Well, I don't know if you guys. Do you guys see the stuff on the like our?
I just see.
No, not during the countdown.
You don't see the backstage video.
No.
Okay. Well, I get all the good stuff on the background. But anyway, welcome to the show, Talkin Tokens on a Tuesday. My name's Adam. Right there in the middle, wearing a orange cape, is Sir John, 10X John, usually wearing a 10X hat. And over there on the right-hand side is Michael, Motorcycle, Emschwiller.
What's up, everybody?
And we are here to talk crypto, all things crypto, break it down, give you the news, give you the facts, and just keep it simple. That's what we're trying to do.
Right.
Keep it simple.
Right.
Keep it simple and keep it full of gains.
Profitable.
Although we don't provide any financial advice. This is all for entertainment.
Once again,
of course, it's just for your entertainment. You do whatever the hell you want, and we'll do whatever the hell we want.
In your arm.
So to start, obviously, last time we put up this banner, that price started with the 4. I think it was at 41 on the last show. So $10,000. Bitcoin's up. Market's looking good.
ETH on the rise. I think ETH was like sub 3. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty substantial gains. There was a lot of cool movers today. Obviously, the screenshot of our show icon today, or the show thumbnail, is SHIBA blasting off. That was the winner.
John's got the SHIBA orange.
Feeling pretty good about that. Making up for some
SHIBA to the moon.
And once again, was that Elon related with his little tweet of the little dog?
I mean, so there's a couple things. So yeah, I mean, I think anything Elon does related to a dog affects, SHIBA and just any kind of dog coin. But the biggest thing is, I think, rumors with Robinhood. I think they're about to list on Robinhood soon, which, Robinhood isn't like a super sophisticated crypto exchange, but the big thing is it's a retail thing.
It's more meme retail buyers.
Yeah.
Buy into dumbass.
Well, they're tying in like a wallet to their app, and then so I guess it's like a Coinbase effect. You get some sort of spring. When Bitcoin goes up, the whole market seems to go up. So then, it was up 30%, 40%.
What, SHIBA?
Yeah.
Nah, it like doubled or tripled at one point.
Oh, dang.
I think it tripled at one point. It kind of came back down a little bit. It's sitting pretty close at 2x right now.
From what? I saw it go up like 35% today. You're talking about today?
Well, I'm talking about the past couple days.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, collectively, probably is maybe 2x. But today, I think it was like 35%.
Today alone, I mean, but that's still, 30 to 40.
Yeah. So interesting thing about SHIBA charts is when you see like a small meme coin or whatever gain like a momentum like that, you always expect like a huge crash because people are just like cashing out, right? Well, with this one, there wasn't a huge crash. Like it's left, like it's holding itself. So that's a really good thing, It's a really good thing for now. It's holding itself for now. But I feel pretty confident about it. It's I know people call it a meme coin, but I think there's a lot of things that differentiate it from the rest of the meme coins. They're literally creating like an entire ecosystem of DeFi swap, or it's a swap site.
So how decentralized is it, if any? Is it completely just like, does a CEO have all control of the power? Is it decentralized?
Like other whales that hold like tons of the coins that are just ready to be like.
I don't think you can do anything about whales. I mean, there are whales that bought a lot. No. Oh, what's funny is there was a few articles that came out a few days ago about whales making huge movements with SHIBA, which is interesting because it was right before it grew. So, so, just things like that kind of lead me to believe there's a lot of insider stuff that goes on when it comes to these coins. I mean, it's just pretty convenient that a bunch of whales just got in, right before it pumped, and it's getting listed on exchanges like Coinbase Pro and what else, eToro, and it's getting on Robinhood soon. So it's like, there's wheeling and dealing going on because a meme coin doesn't get that kind of exposure,
No,
So
I guess there's people. There's demand for it, so then people, they end up putting on their exchanges, and then I guess at one point Doge was this price, right? This was Doge, back in 2015 or whenever.
Yeah.
So 0.00 just kept moving up as the popularity rose, but yeah.
Yep.
All right, we got 2 Facebook comments. Someone said, Mike, what's up? I don't know who that is. Mr. Facebook user, you need to put in your name in front of your thing.
In front of your comment. Hey, but whoever that is, how you doing?
He also fat fingered it.
Thanks for watching.
Let me go over to the group page here, and I can back check.
I'm glad we can stream to Facebook because yesterday was the great Facebook outage of 2021.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that also. I don't think it's really crypto related, but it's interesting. I have some information.
That's STI Daddy Man.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's one of my mechanic buddies. He's an STI and he's a daddy.
All right.
Yep.
Nice.
And his next comment is it worth it to hold SHIBA? So exactly what we're talking about. Obviously the price. This is the price action from this is the daily candle. So 3 days it went 184. It's almost 2x from a couple days ago. But
right, whatever you had.
Where is it going to go from here? I guess that's the biggest thing.
Right.
Is like,
right. Where does it go? Does it dump and everybody FOMOs in, and then this is like what everybody's worried about? Like, oh, crypto, get on in, and then it dumps, or is like, you got to just do cost average in, or what?
Well, the biggest thing, I think we were talking about this earlier on our little text message, was the market cap.
Right, but apparently there's these like burns that the creator said he's going to do. But how do you trust somebody if it's not written into like the code? I mean, that's the whole point of crypto, is to not have to like trust, I guess.
Right. So right here, this is how many SHIBA coins there are.
Quite a few.
94 trillion.
Quite a few.
So in order for it to be $1, and there's
or a cent, even a cent.
Right. You need to have that many coins be that many. That means it's gonna have 300x the coin market cap of Bitcoin right now. 300 times the Bitcoin market cap.
That was the issue with SafeMoon. It was that like everybody's like, oh, it'll go to a cent. It's like, well, that means it would, like 1,000 or 100 times X Bitcoin, which
400 trillion Bitcoin.
I don't think that has. I don't think. I mean, there's just not that much. Maybe that'd be like all the money. I don't know how much money.
So I guess to your point, John.
I don't want to make these blanket statements.
John, you're very hopeful that there's some tokenomics that they kind of introduce that change the game. Maybe they'll burn a shit ton of coins. Like maybe there's a way to kind of get it under control, at least the supply of it. But I mean, I think the reality is it's going to be just like all the other meme coins. It's going to be a pump and dump coin, and you're going to see it go up sometimes. You're going to see it go down.
Well,
I don't know. I don't think it'll ever be $1, but
it just depends. Like, I mean, it looks. I mean, if it goes up 100%, if you had $100 in there, you're gonna 100 up, double your money. So it's just. So
the other thing is like
you might as well just, if you put whatever you put in, you're gonna ride that wave of increase. So like if you put it in today, you get 40%, and then maybe you realize that profit, and then you ride the next wave or something. But it's hard to tell. I guess you just read the charts, but I mean, if there's no
I agree with all that. So here's the thing, right? When it comes to investing in cryptos, there's an element of kind of future projecting where you think like it's going, right? Because when it comes to Bitcoin, I mean, like who would have thought it would have been $50,000, right? You had to have a lot of faith into that, especially back in like 2017. I think it saw like 17,000. It kind of dumped back down to like a couple thousand or whatever. But it takes a lot of faith to really like actually believe that it's going to hit 100,000. And today it's actually a realistic thing because we saw the pump last year. So in terms of like market cap and the volume and stuff, yeah, I mean, based on like today's numbers, it's not going to hit that. It's not going to hit a cent. But you have to think about what's it going to do next year. Like, how many more crypto users will there be next year? Because I think after this pump, we're going to see a huge flux of retail investors coming in, and I think that's going to be the start. I think that's going to be the start of like the real bull run up, right?
Yeah, I mean the users, right? It said like by 2025 it was like 1.5 or 1 billion, right? So I mean it's like already going to eclipse the amount of users the internet had in the first 5 years or something.
Right. So
crazy.
yeah. So I mean, when it comes to cryptos, there's always an element of, am I going to future project what I think this is going to be? Like,
I think
element's always there, right?
Yeah, you got to do that in like all aspects of life. It's using your intuition. You're using facts and history, and then you're using your brain to say, I think this is going to happen. This is where I'll put some of the money. You're not going to put all of it. But I think there is a lot of room for gains. And if you do, I had like the thought, I was like, well, this is, Dogecoin was at some point 0.0000 something, and people were like, oh, this is fun. It's a meme coin. Like, and then look where it got. So
Mike, what was that website I sent you the other day that was like, when should I buy crypto? And it was, what was it called?
Oh yeah, here.
Should I buy crypto? When should I buy crypto? When should I?
Have it right here.
Should I buy crypto?
Is that like a YouTube channel or like a
no?
Website
it was like this
blog?
Cool thing where you could like just put in, if I bought crypto at such and such per day, it would you'll have this much money, and it was like.
It would show you. It's like if you put $50 in weekly from a year ago, and you pick a coin, and then it shows you it kind of shows you the history.
Oh, shit.
With Doge, it was like it was like 60 grand or something. It was like right now you invested
$50
and at the top it was like 200K. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. So
did you find the website? See what it says for SHIBA
right now.
I want to see what it says.
I don't think it had SHIBA.
I can't remember what this thing's called. God, I thought it was like, should I buy crypto?
I mean, that's what I remember.
So to kind of get, while you guys are looking for it, so to go back to your homie's question, so a coin like SHIBA, I mean, I wouldn't classify it the same as like a blue chip coin, right? It's not Ethereum, it's not Solana, it's not all those coins that have like utility at the moment. Like, I think there will be utility when it comes to SHIBA. Like, they're building a really cool ecosystem. It's gonna be like 1inch or like Sushi Swap, right? But the way you look at those coins, in my opinion, is like you look at it as like a cash flow coin. You use it just to like get some profits, and then you move those profits into something you want to invest in long term, which is like Ethereum or Solana or Bitcoin, stuff like that. But someone says waiting for it to be a shiny penny. Yeah, that'll be awesome. So if it becomes a penny, it would have 1000x. No, it would have 1000x. It's 4 zeros. So if you invest $1,000 and at 1000x's, it's $1 million. So that's pretty dope. But just for fun, like if you think you believe in it, I'm not gonna tell you like to invest in it because it's a bit of a gamble.
Okay,
but,
here you go.
Throw in a little something. Like $100 or $1,000, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think
maybe just $10, right?
Whatever you can afford, just to kind of toss in, and then then if you have extra money, let it build up. I mean, the whole point is 5-year, little bit down the line view, and you just let this thing.
Yeah, put in $10 if that's all you got. If you don't really believe in, throw in $10 and see what happens.
Save your $10 from your Starbucks coffee.
Yeah, seriously.
Just little stupid things that you just spend money on instead of buying lottery tickets or something like Mark Cuban said. He's like, buy Doge, buy
that was
SHIBA.
Like Da Vinci on Crypto's channel, or Da Vinci J or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He was, on 2013, he was begging people. He's like, just take $1 and buy Bitcoin.
Right.
It was like it was like it would get you a 0.001 or like 100,000 satoshis or something like that, which is like, today it would be, I guess, $50. But if you did if you just said screw it, did $100 or something, like it just, man, it would have been cool. But
yeah, so if you put in $100 into SHIBA and 1000x's, it's $100,000. I mean, you can do a lot with that.
Mike, what's it called? Why should? That's exactly what I fucking put in.
Does it have SHIBA?
Why should I buy crypto?
So right now, if you bought $50 worth of Doge since last year, you'd be up $54,000.
Right. So let me see. I don't think it has SHIBA.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's got.
It doesn't have it
I looked
all.
for it.
Okay.
Because
But,
I
like,
think it just got like incepted.
like
it wasn't
Polygon.
around a year ago.
John,
It was
so like
around a
here's
year ago.
Polygon.
It
It was around.
okay.
It just
So
wasn't.
like
It just wasn't serious.
okay.
Is that Polygon?
Yeah, Polygon.
Oh man. Okay.
So
58K.
out of a $2,600 investment.
And you have a 60 grand profit. I mean, that's just like.
So this actually inspired me. I'm now putting in, not that I've already been invested in ADA, but I'm now putting in $50 a week in ADA, just like now, because I'm going to look back a year from now and be like, ding.
Yep. There you go. There's my 60,000.
I mean, this convinced me. I'm like, there's every single. I mean, I know all the coins go up for the most part with the where we're at right now, but like, you pick any of these, like, okay, Solana, let's go run that.
Oh,
It's probably going to be
Solana.
massive.
Oh man.
So 74.
Right. 70. Right. It's 26, and you get 75 back almost.
So I mean, if you just a year ago, some of these coins you're making a big difference in your portfolio.
Right. So, you're almost making something like a.
And then if you just went $100, which we're doing weekly buys right now, $100 in Bitcoin, obviously in Bitcoin would have been pretty sweet.
3,000
doesn't move as much as your altcoins now, because altcoins are obviously moving faster, more percentage points more, but still a 62% return.
Yeah,
right.
No, that's dope.
Right, it's not bad, right?
It's a lot.
So it's just cool.
Yeah.
I thought
point
it was
is,
a cool website. I wish it would. It says different settings. I wish you could put in like a longer, not just for the past year. Like, what if I did 2 years ago? Or,
I think I have one of those websites on right here.
That goes a little bit deeper.
There's probably a lot of those. Yeah. I bet you there was one that can probably pull information from like CoinMarketCap or something, or CoinGecko. That would be really awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure it's just using the data. So it's not like
This is a cool chart here. And then they had this other website.
You put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Did we lose John? Johnny boy.
So that one just talks about if you had bought $100 worth of Bitcoin back then, and then this one right here is the dollar cost average Bitcoin.com.
Hey, is your audio getting weird, Mike?
Do you hear that, Adam? Do I hear it? Hear it weird?
Adam, do you hear it? Was his audio getting weird earlier, or was it just like my headphones?
No, he sounds pretty normal to me.
Oh, really? Okay. Weird. It's probably my phone. All right, never mind. Carry on. Onwards.
Carry on.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this other website up that Mike gave me. Hold on. Add to stream. So what if you would have held? Is this just like one person's chart?
Yeah.
Or do you get the message?
No, I think you can. No, this one is just one person's chart. The next one you can input.
Shit.
But you can just see these cycles here.
That's pretty dope.
What we're going through now, comparatively.
Yeah.
This is okay. So this is. Oh yeah, right. There you go.
Yeah, this one's the better one. Yeah.
Is this just Bitcoin though?
Yeah, I think so.
BTC.
So like $100 a day weekly for 4 years, starting 3 years ago, compared to other asset. What's another asset?
I mean, I guess like gold.
I guess it's saying gold, buying money. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So where's our value? So total value is 80. So right. So 400%, obviously, yeah, if you started way back 4 years ago, clearly. God, can you imagine buying that 4 years ago? That'd be great.
Well, I sent you that like little YouTube short. And yeah, the guy, he bought 70 he had 70 Bitcoins, and then he bought his whole mining farm. So yeah, man,
That's wild.
Yeah, so the main character of the day, Bitcoin, blue, blue, blue. Look at that price action. We held the red wall, never touched the yellow brick road, and looks like we're about to touch right before this. The last couple week China FUD. We're basically approaching that same 53 before we're kind of blue skies up to the all-time high again, which is right here.
What are you predicting the movements to be?
I mean, right now you can see the Fibonacci's here. It's gonna run up to this 53. That's why there's so much convergence here. It's the Fibonacci. That's why it stopped there last time. So it'll probably come back. I'm thinking right now it's going to come back. I'm sure it's either going to come back and touch this fib to just test it as a support at 50,100. Or it's going to make another move inside its own little channel that it's making right here, and then go up. But it's going to go to 53, I think, in the next day.
I think so. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
53, and then who knows what it might mess around. That's probably going to be a pretty big resistance. Could do something like this where it's blobbing there. I mean, you could see how much resistance there was at this level here. This was massive.
Mm-hmm.
It was so hard to get through every time. And now that's why the second it made through, it was just blast off.
Right, or it's just it's just more consolidation in those levels.
So I think it'll mess around.
Bull flag.
I think it'll mess around around 53 for a little bit. I think, but I mean, look at the next fib. The next fib line up to 1.68 is basically the all-time high. Like we're one little nice push away from getting back. And the Mike, I sent you that tweet. The stock to flow plan B was basically saying they predicted August. This is way before they predicted in August. It was going to be. I think they said no, in August. I thought that. Let me see. Do I have it on the page? I want to say this right.
Yeah, while you're looking it up, I think it's going to trade sideways for a little bit, like for this week before it really takes off. I think a lot of people have like sell orders just around that 50,000 because I think you have a lot of new people that came in kind of when like all the prices were down later in the summer, and it's probably like their first time. They're just getting like thrown around. They just want to get the fuck out. I'm sure some people kind of selling, but I think eventually it'll kind of break through and will blast off. I think a lot of people are anticipating the big rally to be, in October here. So we shall see.
Well, I guess I can't find that exact tweet, but Plan B was basically saying like they predicted the September price of 43.
Okay.
Above 43, which is basically like where September closed. And then they said, I think they had August at 53. So that was like,
oh wow,
like where it was. And then they're saying October 63.
Okay.
In December 135.
135. Okay.
By December.
We'll see. I think if it keeps going up, it'll probably do that. I feel like it won't hit 100 this year. Like I think we'll just kind of miss it by the end of the year, and then we'll have to wait to see earlier next year to see hit that 100K mark.
Well, so let's look at some things here. This thing. So this is the stock to. Oh, you're not seeing it.
Bring it on it.
There you go. So this is the stock to flow model, and you can see I guess the way they model it is different between these two colors, but one of the colors models like obviously much more aggressively than the other one, but we're sitting right here, and a couple days, end of 2021 would be, I guess, right around here. And that puts us, if we follow the purple trend, then we're up at 100,000 by that time. If we follow the less aggressive like that'll be probably what you kind of quoted.
Mm-hmm.
But look at over here, 90K 2020, 1.1 2024, 13 million 2028.
13 billion.
So there was another website here. This is a better. I actually really like this website, buybitcoinworldwide.com. And I don't know who made this website, but it has a lot of cool stuff on this. One of them being that stock to flow chart. It's a little bit more interactive as far as like clicking the information you see. It's like, there you go. So this says 2021, December 31st. Let's do Christmas. Basically right there. 110,000 by Christmas time. And we're
110. Okay.
We're underperforming the stock to flow model right now, but that means we know we're about to just skyrocket up. That's why it's saying it's just like a little bloop. It's not that big of a move, like in the grand scheme of a logarithmic scale here. Like, so, and then it's going to sit and chill for a little bit and then bloop. So that's kind of what I mean. I say sit and chill, but obviously that's like
years.
Yeah, that's moving. It's going to go up and down, but and waver between that. It's going to do these little dips and flows and ebbs and stuff. But yeah, there's actually a lot of cool stuff on this chart. There's like mining data. I know we've talked about like the mining capitulation, like showing halvings, like when there's a halving, like look what it does to the price. So like we halved there, and this is this bull cycle.
Right. So we still got another peak to go, it looks like.
Yeah, like you don't think we're gonna underperform these cycles? Have a double top just like this, whoop, falls down, whoop, so whoop, falls down, whoop. So I don't know. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff on this site.
Right now, the fear and greed is rising. Last week we were in extreme fear 24, yesterday 59, today 68. So everybody's feeling the
fear is rising right now, huh?
Yeah, right. So buy the rumor, get ready to sell.
Here's the Bitcoin rainbow chart. So this is again kind of just giving you an idea of that same kind of concept, the fear versus like oversold, undersold type of thing. And we're in the hodl area right now, but right up here in this red line is again that convergence at 100,000 price is right here. So when it gets up to 100,000, consider taking profits as a whole, or maybe don't sell your Bitcoin if you don't want to sell your Bitcoin. But if you're trading with leverage or whatever, or
take your profits.
Take profits in your altcoins for sure.
On your altcoins,
bear market is not going to be gentle to the altcoin. So that's what we're looking for, is this thing in the red, and we kind of know that the cycle is about to cool off. It'll come back down to blue. See, like, so it could go to 100 and then make its way over here and be back down to, according to this, if it really wanted to, it could get back down to like 38,000 or something. So like, that would kind of suck.
It would, but I mean, I think it just shows you, like, even if it just stays in like the middle zone, it just keeps going, and by like, mid 2022 end, it's like 80K, so that's like kind of like a middle. But yeah, as you said, it can go all the way up to like this maximum bubble territory, 150 or 100 and something, 125, and then we kind of just will creep back down to, with a correction, and then, but ultimately staying, pretty inflated, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's just like we were showing those charts. Keep buying and holding. That's what you got to do. You can't really outperform. You're not going to be smart enough to outperform those kind of swings. So the second you wait for it to drop down, like John thinks it's going to drop down, it's going to blast off. And the second you think it's going to fall off. And,
Buy more.
So I guess let's go to some newsy things. Let's see. Coinbase just had a hacking issue with SMS two-factor authentication. So lesson learned here.
Yes.
People can steal or basically
SIM
they can,
card.
they can mimic your SIM card. I think I don't even think they need your SIM card. They just
they transfer it. They call the carrier and pretend to be you.
Right. So like they're getting your text messages, and so they go online. They know your password, but they can basically fake your phone, and it sends the text message to wherever your SIM phone is.
Your number is, right.
And that's how they get it. So the lesson learned here is make sure you're using a true authenticator, like two-step, like a Google
or
authenticator,
or like key.
I think
like
Microsoft got one, or a hardware key. And you're just susceptible to. I mean, I guess better than having no two-factor, but it's susceptible to SIM.
I think that's like the most easily hacked. They're saying like it's just like.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
Take the time to protect your money, your assets.
I thought this was just a good recap. If you ever wanted to send something like, "Hey, why don't you have Bitcoin in your portfolio yet?" It just kind of covered some high level stuff.
What are some of them? Just the top couple.
Yeah,
a lot of abilities. Durability.
Durability, the private keys. People can't take your Bitcoin away from you because they have a lien on your house. Like it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
Portability.
Unless you have it in a BlockFi account and it's leaned against.
Oh, then if you don't have the private keys to them.
Yeah.
That's
durability. Portability.
Fungibility. One Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. There's never going to be a
different.
It doesn't
Bitcoin,
change.
Better Bitcoin.
Yep.
Divisibility.
I like that one.
100 million Satoshis.
Verifiability.
Verifiability.
Verifiability. And censorship resistance, scarcity. So that's obviously a big one that we always talk about. 21 million. So 21 million coins versus 400 trillion coins.
364 trillion.
Yeah. So just maybe something you could send over to your
skeptical friends.
Your friend. Okay, we already did that one.
Looks like the hash rate's going up again. It's up almost 20% in 24 hours. So that's good. Good sign.
I think I have hash rate versus price. So yeah, hash rate's getting almost recovered to its previous hash rate highs.
Yep.
Yeah, I can zoom in here.
I see that SEC is talking more about stable coins and regulations for those.
Yep, it's coming.
Which ones are
trying
they
to call them stable value coins? Stable value.
What are they gonna I mean,
I don't
what's
know.
the regulation they're gonna have to do?
To change the name of them and then kind of just get them under their purview, and then I guess they'll go from there. I don't know. I mean, exactly what, but and then there's this other. Gary
they want to make sure that they tap into, making sure that they're truly holding the dollar that's associated with it, so that
quite
the
possible.
US dollar is actually in demand. Because if you need 100 billion stable coins, you need $100 billion.
Maybe that's what it is. They're making them hit certain levels of holding funds and comparatively.
What do you think is going to happen to the market when I guess they start these regulations?
I don't know. I think in some way people want the regulations.
Yeah.
So then they can feel more legit. People need to be legitimized, but some whole point of crypto is you're just, it's decentralized in a way. You're just doing it and no one can tell you can't. So
yeah. I think short term the values might take a dip, but I think overall it's gonna be a good thing because you're gonna gain a lot of confidence. Yeah, you're gonna gain a lot of confidence.
More people will be willing to go on Robinhood, on Coinbase.
Yeah.
Well, it takes uncertainty out of it. So people that are like, I don't know if it's just going to be safe enough. Like, it's going to bring in new investors that are kind of on the fence.
Right.
It's going to bring in confidence for like much larger investments, because maybe they'll be like, I would assume as part of regulations there would be policies in place to protect people from fraud.
Yeah.
Or like bank. Like a custodial loss, like if the custodial loses your Bitcoin, like how do you give it back? Like I should be protected in theory. Like that's what I think banks do at the moment. If they lose your money, like,
but they're subject to a lot of laws and regulations, whether it be at the state level or the federal level, and then the government uses their power over them to then kind of legislate or, kind of force them their, whatever their will is on the people.
Like maybe if you're a custodial holder, like a facility, they have to have certain amount of security protocols and like what defines cold storage, what defines.
And you have to have a certain amount in the bank to then like, be able to loan out a certain amount or whatever, it's like, I mean, that's how banks are now. It's like if you put in $10, they can lend out like $1,000 or something.
But that's the only thing I can see where this like really gets regulated is like the DeFi and custodial holding. But like all the stuff that's private, like what are they going to regulate about me holding it in my Trezor? Like there's nothing like what I can buy with it.
Apparently Biden's putting out something where he wants the IRS to know, like if you have anything over $600 in like an account, he wants to like know about it. Or something like that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just have a lot of bank accounts with $599.
Yeah, I mean, part of the issue right now that they're facing is, you can kind of create these unlimited number of wallets, and there's no identification associated with them. So
right. Or they're talking about like the, unrealized gain tax or something. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy because it's like, what if your house goes up? I buy a house, it goes up $100,000.
Right. So pay me
sold
the
it,
tax.
but now I'm liable for the $100,000 that
theoretically. No, it's
worth.
Called market. It's called fair market value. It's like you haven't like bought the asset or sold it to realize that price. Until then, it's just a floating price. It could be this, it could be that.
But they want a piece of it now. They want a piece of it.
Well, because we give them more power, they're going to take more stuff. So, but yeah, Gary Gensler from the SEC, he was talking about, that he has no plans to ban crypto, and if anything, it would be left up to Congress to do so, which I don't think necessarily they're trying to, so.
Yeah, we'll see. We shall see.
I think it says it's a growing debate on Capitol Hill. I mean, the government should worry about paying their own bills because right now they're about to default. It's like if we don't, I think they're like fighting over the debt ceiling again. So it's like, do we raise the debt ceiling to pay our bills? And some people are saying, no, unless you do this, I'll do that. It's like they're at a crossroads. And then I think there'll be a government shutdown by the end of the week if they don't do it. And then they said by the 18th was like that's when we default. And that's when like payments don't go out to people and all this stuff. So
yeah, they kind of extended it.
Possibly. I wonder what does that do to the crypto market? That will tank it.
If our economy shits the brick.
Yeah, if the U.S. defaults on its like credit, like on its loans and stuff, like Evergrande or like these other Chinese.
I mean, I think it's ideally at some point it decouples, but I think there is correlation. I mean, it's part of it.
Yeah, right. And then I guess it maybe could tank it for a bit, but then it's going to rise when everything else could just stay down. Maybe it would then have the power to then rise back and then go even further because, it isn't tied to something that maybe could just be failing. Like we see now, if you go, Adam, if you have that debt clock and you go back to like 2008, I mean, it was only like 10 trillion. I mean, now we're at like almost like 30 trillion. just goes up exponentially. Like, how do you even pay the interest on the debt?
I mean, you can't.
What's the idea? You print a $1 trillion coin. Did you hear that? They're like, oh, we'll just mint $1 trillion coin, and we'll just be like, well, here it is. Here's $1 trillion. It was like, no.
$1 trillion.
Yeah, they're gonna make it out of like platinum. I mean, what are you gonna make, like this giant platinum coin or something? They'll be like, yep, it's worth $1 trillion, and they still owe you like 27 of those. So 27 mark.
Yeah, pretty dumb. I was going to show you. So the I guess I don't have the one I wanted to show.
What are you trying to show?
Okay, yeah, here we go. This is what I wanted to show. This is what I wanted to put up. Hold on. So yeah, this is we looked at this last week. So the
S&P,
this is the S&P 500 and took a spill, and now it's like hanging on to dear life. If it goes, I mean, what is it going to do right now?
Yeah.
If it's breaking this multi-year trend line.
Yeah, look at that.
I guess it's about a whole year trend line, but I mean, it dropped down before and kind of recovers. It's dropped down back in the pandemic, but right now this is like kind of new territory for this to have this kind of, it bounced up and then hit. Now it's a resistance. So, this is, as of right now, I mean, it is decoupled from Bitcoin, at least. Like, we're going up and it's kind of on the way down, which is that is like the ultimate goal, I think, for us as a crypto market, is to kind of decouple. But I don't think if this just hits if this falls off, there will be an impact, at least short term. There'll be, price action on all of the markets, no matter what you are, because it's just, it's the economy. It's America's economy. So,
you know what's funny though? You're not hearing so much about the stock markets dropping in the news.
Yeah, why is that?
You're just not hearing anything about that, but you're hearing a lot about cryptos, going up. So,
well, I mean,
I'm trying to draw attention away from it.
Yeah, right. It's like they don't want you to think about, like, they want you to think everything's good to go. Like, we're all build back better right now, which we're not doing too well.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about it actually. Yeah.
So
distracting with all sorts of other things.
Yeah, this is just we were checking this little channel here. This is Bitcoin. This little blue channel is going up, broke out above the Fibonacci. You can see right here when it got basically right when it did it was like bloop, bloop. And now I think it's coming back to touch this trend line.
Right. Is that going to be support now?
Right. So now it'll continue to do its thing up to this Fibonacci. So I just got in on a leveraged trade right now. It hit when we were talking. It hit 51,100, and I'm up 6% since it was.
You're gonna try to ride it to like 53.
Yeah, I have my sell order at 53. So
nice.
We'll see if it works. We'll see if it works. But
we're still on the road to 500, aren't we?
Yeah, we need everybody to take a friend. So everybody that's watching today, share this video, share it to a friend, invite somebody that you know
to get into crypto and say, dude, why should I buy crypto?
We got
let me give you
416 people
reasons.
And about 23 of them are from Nigeria.
Thank you. The Nigerian people holding it down. They want to make. I think they always are about the money.
There might be fake accounts, or there maybe
they haven't been spamming.
Maybe we're big in Nigeria. I don't know.
Hey, get signed up for BlockFi. Get your referral. Get your credit card, crypto card, to get your rewards. Get your BlockFi card. your Coinbase card.
And John's SHIBA that we're giving away is going to be a lot more expensive and valuable by the time we hit 500.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I'll probably give a few SHIBA away.
What are you going to give? Like 30 million? That's like what?
I
30
was thinking
bucks?
I was thinking like 5 or 6.
5 or 6 million. Okay.
No, 5 or 6 tokens.
What, you cheap bastard!
I know. What is that? It's
You give
like,
him like less than cents.
it's like worth less
Well,
than
yeah.
dirt.
I mean,
It's like,
one day it'll be you add a few zeros behind it.
Son, I'm gonna give you 50 cents, and one day, if
it
you wait
should
long
be,
enough,
it's like a
Yeah.
savings
Oh yeah,
bond.
maybe a couple thousand might be a little more reasonable. Yeah.
I
Yeah, remember it was like 10 million was like 13 bucks. So
I have
Yeah, it's wild.
I have 614 SHIBA, and it's worth like $11 right now. So you could literally give 100,000 SHIBA for like $1.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, still,
put into
even though it's a
perspective.
big number in tokens, it's still worth what it's worth right now. It's still $1.
Well, hey, look, once those tokens are worth $1 each, I mean, it's like you're just throwing money away.
right, but until then,
Until then,
Until then.
that's why I'm still mining on this MacBook, and I'm mining like fractions of an ADA like every day. It's like it's taking me forever. I'm only like 1.3 ADA mined, but I'm like, just imagine 10 years from now, I'll be like, I was mining 4 ADA a month with that machine, and like 4 ADA could be, 16,000 or something like that. So I'm gonna be like,
yeah, I was hearing good things about XRP too. Like some guy was predicting like some crazy prices.
Yeah, I think XRP is going to be pretty wild this bull run. A lot of good things happening. I think we'll see what happens with their lawsuit, but I think everyone's thinking it's going to just kind of blow over, But how fast are you mining those ADAs?
I mean, I'm doing like, it's like super, super slow. I mean, I've been mining for like, ever since the day you gave me, you gave me that, you lended me your mine power to finish off my SHIBA.
Yeah.
I switched over to ADA.
Okay.
Since then, I've mined 1.3. So it's like not very
That's
fast.
slow. Yeah, that's slow.
It's
How many
about-
ADAs do you need to pull out from their thingy?
I need 8.
8? Okay.
So next year.
Pretty much. It's like I'm doing like one a month. I think it's like about one a month.
Oh, one a month? That's not too bad.
I mean, for just doing, might as well get $2 a month,
It's $2 right now, but what's it going to be?
Well, that's
Couple
what
years from
I'm
now,
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like if you get 8 ADA out of my MacBook, and then 5 years from now it's $4,000, like that's a pretty fucking good investment.
Yeah,
You
for
just have to be able
sure.
to hold it or keep it.
You think it'll be in the thousands?
Oh yeah, ADA is going to be.
Yeah, I think so.
ADA is putting like a lot of pressure on the Ethereum market, like the DeFi and stuff. They're bringing out their first stable coin based. Their what's it called? DJ'd. It's going to be the stable coin based on crypto coins. So it's a cryptographic stable coin.
Oh wow.
Fuck with that, America. You can't even touch that one because it's not even tied to the US dollar. It's just a crypto. It's a algorithmic stable coin that uses other cryptos to be stable. How does that shit work?
Hoskinson, he knows.
And then, yeah, they're saying there's like
John's frozen.
Uh-oh, Johnny boy.
He's back.
Johnny.
We got no sound on you.
I'm on now.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, and then they have there's just ADA is I guess I'm a moon boy on ADA. So I just believe it.
No, that's definitely one I think, you're going to say, oh, I wish I had bought such and such at such time and just kind of stash it and revisit it.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely something that's going to be in the thousands, I think.
I mean, if you look at like the number of wallets and like how much ADA is actually put into their, like how many people are staking it and how much money is being in that on that side. So just the people investing in the infrastructure of the stake and then all the technology and the things they're doing, they're not, I don't know. And it's all decentralized. ADA is like, it's effectively, there's people kind of adding programming and developing it, but it is a truly decentralized coin in the sense that like once the code's out there, they can't like shut it down like Solana did when.
Right. It's
you
like
can't hit
open
the
source.
button.
It's proof of stake. There's validators, but I guess you're not going to be able to get all those people like into one thing just to like have them all do the same decision.
So there's just a lot of good stuff about it. So.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't know how much ADA you have, but is it going to pay for your retirement and all that?
I mean,
if it hits 1,000.
If it hit 1,000, I'd be
when it hits 1,000.
Well. Yeah.
Okay.
If I keep doing my $50 buys, I'm buying in.
That cost averaging in. All right.
What is this?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, this is that if I did ADA 50 from a year ago.
Yeah. 12,000.
12. It's not bad. Not bad.
484%.
Right. I mean, it's like 10x from the start of this year, I think, or something like that. So it's, right now it's at $2. So $50 a day, $50 a week is going to give me $25 or 25 ADA. You end up getting like 10,000 ADA would be a nice little purse. And whatever happens from there is, I think that would be my goal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. I agree. I think ADA is definitely a blue chip.
And then it's also one of those coins that like governments are infrastructure. It's useful. It's gonna be the voting system. It's gonna be like the way we use identification. It has all these, the blockchain, all the technology on the side of it. There's a lot of programming use.
It's just a meme coin,
right?
Still.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, BlockFi did change the rates. So
did you see it drop today?
Well, I still see it when I go into BlockFi. I still see it
says
4.5. It says 4.5, but I gotta imagine that's just like lagging like their website or something.
That's what I was thinking.
What did it go down to?
Well, like anything over 0.01 is now
0.1.
Oh, 0.1. Anything over 0.1 is now
Bitcoin
1%.
Is 1%.
Which is like not even really.
It's only like $2,000. So it's like $2,000 worth of Bitcoin. And then once you go over that, then they lower you to 1%. Then you go over like, I think like 0.5, like half a Bitcoin, then it's like 0.4% or something. So they're really giving a lot more interest to like the stable coins, which are like 8.5. So,
gotcha. They want you holding more stable coins.
I guess we haven't been members long enough to see like, was it one before and it went up to 4.5 and now it's kind of like, is this like, has it long term just progressively gone low?
We got into it at like the height because like, remember like Litecoin was like 6.5 and like Bitcoin was like 6 and then it went down to 4.5 and like, 4.5 is not bad. And then now it's like 1.
Right, but historically, did it go down and then it went back up? Or like,
I'm not sure. I think they reserve the right to adjust it per the price, but
so that's the interest of if you loan it out. Is that what the percentage is?
It's just the interest of holding it in their
holding it in the account.
Holding it. Okay, gotcha. So that
they're probably doing stuff.
Yeah,
with it.
Right. I think they rehypothecate it, which is they take it out and give it to other people.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll keep monitoring that. We're looking for, obviously 4.5 was nice. I was making like $1.50 in Bitcoin a day, just keeping it in an account.
Right.
And so, which was cool.
We're planning to move anything over 0.1 and then move it to somewhere else. I don't know.
We're looking for like another home.
Nexo does they do 4%, and then the more you hold of their own Nexo coin, they give you up to I think 8 or 10%. So that's an option.
Amber's still working out pretty well for me, at least. Mike got like identification issues.
Yeah, I tried to get verified. It just says, "Oh, for your country, you're not valid." I'm like, "What do you mean by country?" I'm in the United States, but
I know they were.
denying.
They won't allow me because on that thing you can leverage your coins. You can leverage trade while it's in earning accounts. Like fixed, you can do fixed interest, but then leverage it at the same time, which is like crazy risky. But it won't let me do that in America. I know that, but I figured that's why that it was like mistaking you trying to do that. But I don't know.
I mean, I tried it and then it doesn't work, so I gave it a shot. I'm blacklisted, so I'm moving on.
All right.
It's good to just find ways to let your money work for you, though. That's pretty cool. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought BlockFi was the ultimate scenario, but I mean,
I think we'll go back up. I mean, I think there's just like it's just based on for whatever reason, they're probably like not having a lot of demand on their loans. They're not making enough, for whatever reason.
What if they're paying out too much interest? Yeah. They're like, "Oh, this is too much. Like, we got to drop it."
Right. So that it's all variable for a reason. So at some point, when Bitcoin gets more valuable, maybe they'll be more profitable, and likewise.
The more I keep in with them, the more they can do with my, the value that we bring to them. So I'll just keep it up to that 0.1 and then move whatever else to another place to get my other 4%.
I mean, there's no like penalty to withdraw it. So I think it just takes a couple days.
Because Next has 4%, and they haven't changed their rate once from as long as I've known.
You just have to pay. You just have to pay the whatever your Bitcoin transaction is. Just do it at a low.
To move it there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Low transfer fee.
Yeah. Cool deal.
Coming up on an hour here.
Yep. John, we lost you again. Old Orange John.
I know he's looking like some Jon Snow or something.
Yeah. His cape, man.
His cape on.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Everyone take one person and send it over to a friend.
Send them to a friend. Tell them
send it to a friend. We are on the road to, we are at 416. We need 500. Don't make us go buy subscribers. Come on now. We just want them naturally.
Yeah. We ain't doing that.
Bitcoin is sitting at.
I'm buying Bitcoin.
Exactly the same price we started at, 51,300 right now. So good stuff. All right. Let's
till next time.
Here comes the money.
Cheers. This show is brought to you by Dirt Farm Brewing, Bluemont, Virginia.
Farm
Later. Adios.